Hello, my name is Darkmoon Doll, and on Saturdays I like to do the show. It's called Upcycling, Recycled Fashion. It used to be called Lookbook, but I don't have the funds to go out and go shopping all the time. So I wanted to show you guys who are in the same predicament that I am in how to recycle the clothing that you already have. You know, if you have a torn shirt, you can make it into, a dress. If you have old yoga pants, you can make them into, if they have holes in them and it's wearing, you can patchwork over them, which is what I'm going to show you today, and I'm wearing them today. Hold on. But yeah, that's what I'm going to show you, and I'm going to talk to you about the past projects that I've been working on. Those two dresses I showed you in the last two previous episodes that I've been working on. That's all based on recycled, upcycled fabrics, fabric beads that I make myself, and I'm going to show you a skirt that I have over here that I've been working on as well. So stay tuned for that. Let me have some of my tea here. Just drinking lime juice and water. So anyway, I'm going to get off to start. I wore this shirt before. This is a shirt where it has all the whole book of the Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yeah, Bram Stoker's Dracula. It has all the lyrics, all of the words from the pages of that book on this shirt, coupled with this homemade paper beaded necklace that I made myself, which I've shown you guys this one before if you've watched this show. This one too is a paper beaded necklace as well, with my own homemade paper beads that I string onto either stretchy cord or I like hemp twine better because it's stronger and it lasts longer. Now let me show you the patchwork pants I was talking about. So let me stand up so you can see them better. Whoa! Basically these are a combination of different shirts and dresses and things that people gave me that I didn't really like on its own. And it's shirts that I had that probably ripped or tore. Let me turn around to the back so you can see in the back. You see how there's lettering on the back that I wrote on here, where up here, see, I'm going to embroider it. So it says trust yourself, if you can see it. Let me bend down. See? But I'm doing embroidery on there wherever it's touching my butt and stuff. But anyway, see, be creative. But I'm going to be embroidering that on these pants. So yeah, these are it's for people too who don't have a sewing machine. If you don't have a sewing machine, for me at least, it's hard to measure out and make a pair of pants that fit right. So I just utilize what I have. And this is all hand sewn. I'm still working on it, of course. Gonna tighten up the stitches on it and everything. So yeah, those are these pants. They're fun. I like textures and patterns and mixing things up. And sometimes mixing things up that people wouldn't think would go together. So let me show you what I've been working on with those other two dresses before I get into the other stuff. You remember this dress, right? This was from last week I showed you guys. And I showed you how I added a collar, was adding some beads here, and added actual backing to it. I didn't really work on it this week that much because I wanted to make more beads for it. And let me see if I can find one of the beads that I made. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to make more beads for it so I can just totally bead it out. This is one of the beads that I like. Trying to keep it with the blue, the pattern of blue, in that blue scheme, color scheme. And then I made this really cool one too in here. Where is it? It's you can't really tell what it is, but it's the fabric from this right here, this material here. So yeah, that's coming along pretty well. I'm just going to keep going at it with that. I just need to make more beads, and like I said, I make cloth beads myself. See, these recently I made. This right here is going to have it be like a dreadlock bead, but the hole on the bottom was like closing up on it. See the hole? There's nothing wrong with the top, but it's like closing up a little bit, and it's only a small hole. So what I figure is I can put it onto this dress that I've been working on, kind of work it into the design. See that? That would totally work. Because what this is, basically, it's like a shaman-like woman, kind of with a really neat-looking hat, embroidered hat. Looks embroidered really tightly, because it is. I embroidered it myself. So yeah, so I figured just add it on to here, because the color scheme matches too. And also, same thing happened with this bead that I made. It was just a regular skull bead, and I decided to get all experimental with it. It was just going to be a dread bead, but then, as you can see, there's not much room to put a dreadlock in unless it's a really skinny one. And I don't know anybody who would wear this on their dread necessarily. I would, but people are particular. And so I thought, yeah, I could either put it on that one, or I could put it on the other one as well. So that's a cool idea. Also, yeah, I wanted to show you something I found within my collection of things that I bought. Is this? I really like this a lot. It's like it's a pendant. You can put a hole through it. I mean, a hole through it. There's a hole through it where you can string it. I lost the string to it, but I really like this, and I think I'm going to incorporate it into my design for my clothing, my upcycled, recycled clothing, because I bought this a long time ago, and the woman put vanilla oil inside of it. You can open it up. It still smells like vanilla, and like put oil inside of it if you want it to. I may just start trying to make something like this myself, but I like this a lot. I'm going to incorporate it into one of those dresses, I think. And it's bone. That's what I meant to tell you. It's real bone. So, yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, when I find things like accessories and things like that I really like, I'll buy them if I have the money for it, and I'll keep it. I didn't really wear that a lot, but now I know why I have it. This is the last thing I want to show you guys, is this skirt. It looks pretty wild. I'm not going to have it this short because I'm not going to wear. I don't like wearing really short skirts, like where it's barely past my butt or something. I like them to be a lot longer. I really prefer skirts that are, to tell you the truth, I like skirts that are below the knee or longer. That's just my style, so it's going to be a work in progress. But I like how it's going so far. What I did, and here's the other side, has a little woman face on here. Lady with dreads, magenta colored lady with dreads and green lips. But I wanted to do is show you what I like. This is basically a pair of pants that I had, and they no longer fit me. So I just kind of took them apart a bit and then sewed them together into this kind of configuration. And then I hand sewed on these little panels of fabric that are all from recycled fabrics. This was an old shirt, space shuttle shirt. It was barely hanging together because it was worn so much, but I incorporated into this design. This too is an old shirt as well that I incorporated into this design here. And yeah, it's coming along pretty good, I think. Like I said, I want it longer. Yeah, and it's all, I like that, it's all recycled. This braiding part right here, I took some cheap sheet material and this magenta colored shirt and just braided together and saw that it probably looked good on there as a trim, and I like it a lot. And it kind of reminds me of candy in a way. But anyway, yeah, I like this a lot, and I'll keep you updated on that. So yeah, I'm constantly working on these kind of clothing projects, and like I told you before, I was timid to show you guys, you know, any of this stuff yet because it's not finished. But you know, intuitively something told me that go on ahead and do it, because let me put this back on the hanger. Go ahead and do it because they can demonstrate to people what they can do with the ordinary things around your house. like shirts that you think that are no longer any good because they got ripped or torn or something. Don't throw them in necklace. Don't throw them in the garbage. You know, find another way to recycle them, or give them to somebody who would do something like this with it. You know, you could do some quilting, make pillows, not just clothing. You know, like these fabric beads that I've been working on. I mean, these are some of the new ones I've got going on, a little brighter colored ones, like that. You know, yellows and stuff. Sometimes during the winter time, color, I think, is even more of a great therapy for people, because a lot of people could go through what's called seasonal depression, and sometimes color can work wonders on improving your mood. It does for me. I feel like that's why nature, when you go out in nature, there's so many different colors going on, and that's a way of saying, hey, you should be outside more. So yeah, I've got a ton of these here, but I need more to go with what I'm working on, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Probably apply the beads as I make them. Here's a little thing too I found, a little goddess form. So you can make your beads or your, you know, embellishments any kind of shape or size, depending on what you're trying to do with your clothing. Yeah, it's really fun. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me today for Upcycling Recycled fashion show. I guess that's what it's going to be called now. Because like I said, don't throw away your clothing. If it's ruined, don't automatically give it away to the thrift store either, because like I said on other shows, a lot of times that's cool. Some people will buy the clothes, but if it's damaged really bad, not many people are going to want to buy a damaged item of clothing, like with a stain on it or anything like that. What'll end up happening to that, maybe it'll go to a shelter, I don't know, but 9 times out of 10 it'll end up in a landfill. So, like, just be conscientious about that. I'm not saying recycle every single thing if you can't. You know, what you should do is, if you can't recycle it, give it to somebody who can use it. You know, if you can't use it. So that's my message with upcycling and recycling, and I stand by that 100%. So too much waste in the world. Hope you guys enjoyed this show today. Thank you everybody who has subscribed to this channel. Thank you for everybody for liking the videos and sharing them with your friends and family. Thank you for the kind comments. I truly appreciate it. And tomorrow, which is Sunday, I'm going to do Sunday morning meditation. So see you then. Peace.